And we are live. Hello, guys. Listen, it is Wednesday. It is a wonderful Wednesday where we are. Hopefully, you guys are having a wonderful Wednesday as well. I don't know if you guys can tell before I get started. I am like extremely excited today. So please forgive the googlies that I know I'm going to have in a bit. But before we get into that, let's get into this. Guys, you have just tuned into and let's digest. It is your girl Deidre. I want you guys to make sure that you hit the subscribe button, click like, share this, whatever you do. Interact with us in the comment section. However, yeah, but let's get into it. Guys, it is me. It is your girl. And this handsome young man right here. Hopefully you guys can see him because I wanted to be outside today to enjoy the sunshine. I realize now that, the sun energizes you and it makes you feel amazing, right?
It does.
It does. Says the person who works in the sun all day. So guys, I wanted to come to you guys just, so you guys can see how I'm feeling. I'm feeling bright and wonderful and loved and all those good things. So again, did I just mention that this is my handsome son? Hey, like, girl, how old are you? This can't be your son, right? Okay, guys, it is my son. And I'm going to introduce him. Well, this is my son. My next generation, my legacy, and I entitled this tonight, guys, or this evening, because this is going to stream. It's streaming now, but hopefully you guys will see this at 10 p.m. and not now. But we'll see. Anywho, bloopers. So, guys, he is my son. He is my generation, my next generation. I am proud of him because, he's doing good things. I'm not up crying at night. I'm not worried. I haven't listened. So I'm all good with his way. And I want to kind of say that without giving away literally what we'll probably be talking about or discussing. So I'm going to let him tell you guys a little bit about himself. The floor is yours.
Hi everyone, my name is Jaheim Wells.
He said little blooper. That was not a little blooper. That was a big. Okay, so guys, he's not as camera ready as his mom all the time.
Never.
Click, click.
But I can't get into it.
Oh, get into it then. Okay, tell us a little bit about how old are you?
I'm 21.
21 years. Yeah. Okay. Okay, that was not about me. So tell us a little bit about yourself. Like, you're 21 years old. What have you been doing in the world? Since I don't know. Did you finish school? Did you graduate? I don't know.
Well, I actually graduated on time with my honors, as I should.
So what did that mean?
I'm sorry. I'm really not.
I love this. Listen, guys, I'm so excited. Listen, no matter if he's nervous, if he's having some bloopers, I'm proud of him because he showed up. I have been able to count on my 21-year-old. And, life has been getting me to see some things. And, just morning Pastor was like, what crazy things are we doing at the age of 18 and above? We were doing some crazy things. We were. My 21-year-old, I can count on him. And I'm not saying that my parents couldn't count on me at 21. I'm just saying at 21, I had a little bit more extracurricular activities. I wanted to be with my friends, wanted to move to my own rhythm and all those good things. So, I would definitely check in on the parents, but they know that I was in a world of my own at 21 years old with the baby. And I think I did pretty good. He's here. He's healthy. He's alive. Because, a couple of them oopsies, bloopers, real bloopers. Okay, that's another story for another day. We'll talk about that later because there was no child abuse, no neglect, none of those things, right? Outside of, the way I raised him. We didn't spare the rod over here. We was talking about that earlier. But guys, he is so humble, so respectful. I can count on him. he doesn't know the amount of times that I have been able to count on him, that meant so much to me. So, son, if I haven't told you, I'm so thankful that I can count on you. I'm happy and grateful for you.
Thanks, Mom. I'm happy and grateful I can count on you as well.
This is not for the camera. Listen, this is like my buddy. Literally, we sit and we talk often nowadays. We pray to get there. A little shut offish as though his parents are. But it has been great. And so when he said that he graduated on time, I'm going to finish telling you guys a little bit about him. When he graduated on time, he, because of when he started school and all those things, he would have been, and he messed up one year. Not necessarily messed up.
Mm-hmm. I still.
Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
fell short
Oh. Mm-hmm.
one
I sure
year.
did.
And it was early on, like elementary. And here's the thing about his mom: new school, but old school upbringing. The teachers were like, he was in elementary, I'm sure it was like third grade or something. And it was some stuff that he didn't turn in. However, I remind him, teachers reminded him he didn't do it. Well, the teacher was like, well, let's just pass him on because he knows the work. He can, mm-mm, not in my household. I probably got in an argument with my parents about my parenting, but guess what? It all serves well. Look what he just said he did. He went and finished on time with honors. And guess what? His mama held it. I almost forgot that story. I was like, wait a minute, did you fall short? But I forgot that. Yeah, I went to the schoolhouse not playing no games because I wanted him to see more than just he could get by. I always told him, don't just get by. If you can get it done when you're supposed to get done and do your very best at it, please do so. Don't just let somebody slide you past because that's easy. That's the easy work. And so, of course, later on in life, he showed me different. Now, guys, not the traditional. And I said new generation because who would have thought? I don't know. I didn't think I was kind of cool. Was I? Am I cool, Mom?
Now, yes, growing up as well. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, maybe I wasn't as cool as I thought I was, but I thought I was cool. Um, and so, you know, a lot of things that I thought I wouldn't have folded on, I'm not gonna say I folded on it. I'm gonna say I was able to experience different things and get different perspectives. And so I was able to give him a little bit more leeway. So of course, my upbringing was, once you got through with high school, it was either college or the military. Matter of fact, you gonna finish high school and you gonna finish where you supposed to finish. Well, my boy has always been so mature, and we grew him up that way to be very independent. Sometimes I feel way too independent, but he's independent nonetheless. And in doing so, he got to a point where he was a little stagnant in high school, which now we know, safe to say. I don't want to tell you a story. Why couldn't you finish regular high school? I know we gave you the option, but what was it that just had you? Because it's not like you were failing or anything. It's not like you just couldn't do your work.
I guess it was more so my surrounding,
Hmm.
like the environment at school. I guess moving from a different state, the environment in the school was just different. Like everything was not how it was from the old school I was going to.
Okay. And
Like more classes from the old school because
mhm.
we had 4 periods, but this school we ended up having 6 periods instead. So it's just a lot of whole different everything.
Okay, so we're South Carolina fed, raised. Mm. North Carolina. Oh, well, I don't even want to say nothing. Well, we drunk a little bit of water in North Carolina, shall I say, right up the street. But he did change school districts. And I also know that during that time period when he made that decision, that we had some personal, defeats in our life. I won't say defeat. It feels like defeat, but it wasn't defeat because she did everything but lose. So we took momentarily ill. We lost someone very, very close to us, and I know as close as she was to me, she was to him. And so I think it was a little bit of battling, not how to handle our emotions as well,
Yeah.
possibly. Because listen, when I went to the school and we figured out something was going on, just so happened the principal is from where we originally from, right? And she said, not knowing him to hang around the wrong crowd, or it's not like he gets in trouble. No, like we just couldn't figure it out. So that's what it was. So long story short, like he was mature enough for me to say, okay, hey, Well, in me and your dad's household, even though we're not together, we still raised him together. Um, and we had the old school upbringing. And so we told him that a diploma, your high school education is something that you have to get. But we gave him the option to finish in traditional school or to finish in military school. And I come from a military family, not the military, was not planning on going, didn't want to go, wasn't trying to do it. Hello, your girl was spoiled by her daddy. Um, yes. But but we gave him the option to do so. I thought it was weird one time, but it's not really weird. So tell me some of the things that you possibly got from the military school and that you possibly didn't, or that what was it different about that environment? Because it seems as though going to a military school is more of a pushy environment of a more demanding environment versus high school. You just have to go to class and hopefully the teacher is not paying you that much attention. What was it, that kind of just did something for you? Or what made you say, okay, yeah, I'd rather finish up military style?
More so of the, like I said, the environment. So military school is more shut off. That's really all you got to do is focus and do everything you got to do, your work or personal life. Get yourself together, things like that.
Hmm.
So it was really more important to go to military school instead of traditional school because I feel like the environment is better because everything you surrounded by is gonna keep you focused. There's no distractions if I say it like that.
So it's basically like, well, I guess I get it because until working at the VA,
Basically, yeah. Sorry, it's basically like a mind reset when you think about it.
a mind, yeah, okay. So mind reset. It was a mind reset versus the traditional, hey, you go to class,
Hmm.
this is what you got to learn, bring it back with your homework. Blase, blase, high school. Not to knock high school, not to knock any school. Um, But the more I learned and experienced life, my perspectives change. And because my perspectives change, I was able to be in an open place to allow him to choose something that was going to work for him versus us just forcing him to do it the traditional way. Um, New school, new rules. Uh, New school, old upbringing because he was definitely raised with manners. Um, but yeah, so tell me, you know, I don't know, did you guys you didn't go to class, but it was some discipline. I can't say, well, because you had chores and stuff at home.
Hmm. I'm like a lot of the things that I learned there. It's like I knew it's just more of a reset, or it's
No other way
teaching
out.
teaching me another way to do something else that I was already doing. So it puts you in a better headspace.
Gotcha. And it's a difference. I'm assuming maybe different from your parents hollering at you all the time.
I mean,
Maybe I was
they
losing
still
some of
do the
that bass
same
out of
there.
my voice. Yeah, of course they did. But I'm proud that you made a decision. No, it wasn't traditional. Even I think I was going to take so much. I thought I was going to take so much pride in him being or graduating from my alma mater, um, Crestwood, and he was, and involved in the band and stuff, ROTC, some things that I didn't do. I was in a couple of classes, 4-H cruises, FBLAs and stuff. But he just did some things different from what I did. And I was okay with that. It was a difference in his upbringing or raising him the old school way versus still allowing him to be a child, new school version, right? And of course, if you guys are my age or a little bit older, because your girl look good, then you know that as a child we didn't get many options. It was what it was, and that's what it had to be. I would say the same thing when it comes to not a child of school. I said it was either college or the military, and I gave you some spills and had my feelings about you not either choosing college or the military. Although initially you wanted to go in the
I
military
did,
because
but
that
it's never too late. It's never too late.
never too late. He just It's never too late. So, new school kids out there with the old school upbringing, it doesn't matter what you chose to do. Out of the word, out of the mouth of the new school, it is what?
It's never too late.
It's never too late. So, and even if you do, you have the credentials, right? You
Hmm.
have credits from high school doing ROTC for years, for a couple of years, and then you have the military, which what they gave you guys, y'all took it basically it was the military. You guys took
Hmm.
the ASVAB, you studied, you got your diploma. Yes, my
Hmm.
baby walked across the stage. It was such a proud moment. Um, the pandemic came, so unfortunately, the only ones who could be there was me and his father at the time. Um, so, we got to see it. I don't even know if I got a chance to record it because it was raining that day. And
I don't even think they had cell phones in there. I don't think.
yeah, we had to leave our
Hmm.
stuff in the car. That was a bummer. But, okay, we didn't get traditional, but we had him a graduation party. So we did things the traditional way. We just, we gave ourselves a little bit more options and a little bit more leniency because we do know that as time changes, things changes. As things changes, people change. And these new school kids, listen, they can be something else. They can. Mine can be too. I love all of them, him and his sisters and brothers. But well, I'm a felt, but very humble, very respectful kids. And that I'm proud of. That I can appreciate the upbringing for their parents because this is his siblings are my bonus babies. Um, and his dad, we made a good team when it came to parenting. We didn't allow him or them to get stuck in our options or the only options that we had. The world is changing again, like I said. And so now, even after school, you didn't choose the military, did you? Did you go to college?
Oh.
So, what was your next option? Because I don't know. What did I feel about that? What was your name? How did I feel about that?
um. Well, like I said, it's never too late. But college is also still in my plans too.
Okay.
But as of right now, um, I'm really more into like trades, so things like that. Kitchen like trades is something that's gonna always be with you forever as well.
So, what you're saying is you have stepped into what? Entrepreneurship?
Hmm.
I want you to say that thing with a little more bass and proudness in your voice. You are a what?
Entrepreneur.
Okay, cool. Okay, maybe that wasn't fine. But anywho, yeah. And no, it's not something that I forced him into. Listen, he stepped into entrepreneurship way before I could even think about it. And I think about that now because he was, what, 7 or 8, maybe cutting grass to purchase his own shoes because he wanted particular things after a while.
With a
The kids
push
get
lawnmower.
with a push lawnmower. And sometimes kids they get too grown, they don't want you to buy what your money can get and they want extra stuff. And I'm glad I taught him that little lesson, but he did. And it was things that he wanted to do, like go get the lawnmower and go cut grass. And what was your first pair of shoes that you how long was that? How long
Ooh,
ago was that? I remember
was
what
it
they were.
some? What them some gray and white Jordans? It was
No,
before the first one.
way before. It wasn't Jordans. Was it Jordans? No, it was not the very, very first pair. So you literally had to been about 7.
The first pair.
You had to be about 7.
I don't think I remember my first pair.
G units,
Oh yes, I do remember my first pair.
black, black and white G units. I don't know if
Hmm.
y'all remember those, but 50, we appreciate you. Listen, my son purchased. He was one of your supporters. Um, yeah, I love that. So anyway, he was into it before I was into it. Doing things to earn his own money, and he didn't know it. I didn't even know that he had already stepped in entrepreneurship, but that's what it was, and I'm learning that even now. And so now when I look at him and I see because I've attempted, we've had the long conversations about, even you still going to school or college before you made the decision not to. We talked about that, right? It was
Hmm.
something I still wanted you to do. I'm like, hey, what I don't want you to do is to settle for less and to work for someone for the rest of your life. Um, Even if you went to college, even if you went off to the military, eventually he would have had to grow and find something of his own is what I wanted for him. I just wanted him to be comfortable and set. Um, and so now having someone, seeing him and he's been to the good jobs, good positions. People want him. He's a hard worker. We all have our moments.
Yeah.
He hadn't gotten the whole entrepreneur was supposed to be up at 4 o'clock a.m.
Yeah.
But it's still a
I'm
work
gonna
in
get
progress
there.
for me.
Hmm.
Me too. Cause who coming from being a third shifter, I did not like first shift jobs at all. But anywho, um, there's still some hiccups there, but to actually see you doing it and you haven't stopped, um, to see you get into some things that we were more excited. I realized that we were more excited about some job positions that you got than you were,
Hmm.
because before we knew it, you were what, back working for yourself.
You're right. I don't think
Yeah,
I never stopped doing that
I
my
don't
whole
you ever
time.
did. You know, you didn't. And so I can't be mad at that. The only thing I can say is, as long as you can make it happen. Um, and we know so many people, so many kids all over the place, they make it happen. And I say kids because maybe you're like me, maybe your young one um, has not made the traditional choices that you would have made, but they made a choice. And it was their choice because it's their life. Um, just stick by them, be proud of them, because they could be doing something else. If you're not going to pick them up, I'm sorry. If you're not picking them up from the county or the prison, if you're not picking them up from the county, if you ain't writing them and going to visit at the federal prison, if the officers are not calling you at night, be proud of them. Be proud that that's not what they're putting you through or having you to have to deal with. And I know where we're from is so many tragedies that happen so often. Um, I'm also so happy and proud that he's a lot like me and his father when it comes to staying to himself. No friends, but outside of the
Old or
girlfriend.
family, old friends or family only.
Okay. And girlfriend, but we ain't going there because it's another topic for another day too. Jada, we okay. We love you. Sorry, I meant to name drop. But if she watched this, we love you, girl. We love you, girl. But anywho, yeah, like new generation guys, and that's kind of what I wanted to showcase here. You know, I wanted him to come and have it come out of his mouth the best way he could possibly get it out of his mouth. Um, but I wanted to just not only let you guys see my generation, what I have been blessed with, or what I was given a responsibility to, because I love him. He's mine, but he's not all mine. I know that I birthed and raised him for the world as well. And so whatever they decide to be, let that be their journey, because it's also going to be their testimony. It is also their walk. Um, through their purpose. And so we may not know what the purpose is, we can't create that purpose for them. We can give them responsibilities. Hey, finish, get your education. As long as you're educated, you're good. Um, Manners, respect take you
A long way.
everywhere. Everywhere.
A
Anywhere
long
you
way.
go, you run out of gas. And as long as you got manners and respect, you
Hmm.
get to your next stop. And so I'm so proud of this young man that I have, that we have, because it takes a village, and he doesn't just belong to me, he belongs to the village. And so we are so grateful and thankful to you all. You guys have gotten just a snippet of the new generation, old school upbringing, new school kids. Um, and it don't get no better, you know. I'm waiting to see all the greatness that he has, because I know it's so much more in store. And maybe you can kind of close us out with that. Like, just tell us one thing that you want to do, something major, something crazy big, because I know I've been talking a lot about manifesting and believing and having faith. So, and purchasing books. He's reading books. Um, what 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 is one thing, one major crazy thing that you can think of? And we say crazy, but we know if it's crazy, that means it's so possible, right?
Hmm.
What's one major thing that you hope and can't wait to accomplish in this world?
My biggest goal in the world, by the things I do, which I say I do, as in things I get done, like my work, or I'm also into music, so my music, or just things like that. I just want to be able to touch at least, I want to say touch at least 1 million people. My work ethic, I want them to have the type of work ethic I have, or be able to gain something from my life or things that I've went through.
Okay. Sounds like you want to, be a leader. Sounds like you want to put some things out there for people who may be different. And I say different, not different in a bad way. We didn't even bring that up. Oh God, I keep sliding on the chair. We didn't even bring that up. But my child was diagnosed with ADHD as a child, as a baby. Um, other, minor breathing problems, but he was diagnosed with that. And had we listened, I think I got a little choked up. Had we listened to everything that was being told to us and not believing and not having faith, we probably would have had him choked up on medication his entire life. Um, but we had faith. We did some praying, and he can finally stay still. Sometimes too still. But sounds like you're gonna open yourself up to the world. You do know that takes some opening up, right? Because
Yeah,
it
it
took me a
does.
while to realize that,
Hmm.
hey, I'm up here on camera. I'm letting
But
the
I'm
world
getting
know
better.
me.
I'm getting better.
Whew, it's different. It's different from what we know. Um, so it sounds like you're ready to impact the world, and I know definitely. I listen. I would have never chose that number. There is a personal goal, a business goal of mine right now to impact 1 billion people. And for you to start off saying, I want to touch 1 million people through my words, through my work, that's major and that's powerful at 21. So I can't wait for you. I can't wait to see you do the things that you so dream and desire of. I'm going to be here rooting for you. I'll be a cheerleader. I won't have no, well, maybe I'll get some pom pom. I don't know, but I'll be here cheering. So, guys, it has been amazing to come by and digest new generations with you, new generation with old school upbringings. Until next time, guys, I want you to be blessed. I want you to love on each other, but more importantly, give each other room to be who we need to be, no matter what the generation is. There's something great in store for each and every one of us. And we can't do that if someone is forcing our journey on us. So that has been that. Jaheen, will you be back to visit us? Maybe not so camera shy next time?
Next time I'm gonna be fully ready.
Okay, good. And our sun is going down. So I think we got to go. We love you guys. Next time, have a good night.